Hi everyone, good afternoon. My name is Flo, and I am here with you today on our Facebook page. I own and operate Fairy Thimbles, where we teach kids and adults art, sewing, and painting. Earlier today, I got a call from one of my former students, one of the moms, and asking me to show them how to thread a needle. Replace a needle. So I figured, why not do a alive and at the same time help most of those who, some of you may be having issues as well with your needles. So, and it was a perfect way for me to kind of test my new camera. So my new camera actually allows me to zoom in and zoom out. So it's kind of cool. I'm excited about it. So this is the camera that I will be using when we do sewing, when we do our sewing 101 and all of my other live class. So I'm really excited about it. Anyway, let me know if you have any other questions today. If you have questions about your needles and all that stuff. So we're talking mostly about needle. When you need to replace your needle, when is a good time, what kind of needle to use. So I've heard a lot of things people say, I haven't used my sewing machine in a long time because the needle broke. It's it's really simple to fix your needle, when it's broken. And I wanted to share that with you all. So, I guess, whoop, I dropped it. Sorry. I guess let's talk first. What kind of needle should you use when you're sewing? So, your machine usually comes with a universal needle. So, a universal needle basically is something that you could use with almost all sorts of fabric, like flannel, quilting fabric, minky, even denim. You could try it and use it, but it doesn't mean it's going to give you the same result as if you were using the actual needle that's designed for that fabric. There's actually a book that I like to use. It's I don't remember. It's at my studio, but it basically talks about what kind of needle to use for a needle kind of needle to use for a specific fabric. But again, we typically use universal needle. That's what we use when we're sewing. Universal needle you could use with almost anything. Um, Flannel and quilting fabric. That's what you usually do it. Now, if you want to sew satin, silk, or anything like very fine fabric, you want to use a needle called Microtex needle. What it is, it's very sharp and it almost cuts through it like butter. It doesn't destroy your fabric at the same time. Then you have your ballpoint needle, your jersey, your denim, and all that stuff. So it goes on and on. Too many lists. But when are you supposed to replace your needle? So replacing a needle is when you've sewn so many times already. Um, like for example, you've sewn a lot of masks. A lot of people are sewing masks, so you've sewn a lot of masks over the time, and with all that mask that you've sewn, so maybe you've sewn like maybe 3 hours worth of mask, right? 3 hours of sewing. That needle could end up getting dull, and then when it's a dull needle, what happens is it destroys your fabric over time, right? You'll notice like it's hard to go through the fabric because the needle's already dull. So now it's a time to replace your needle. You also don't want to sew with a broken or bent needle. That is one thing you don't want to do. You can see if your needle is straight. I'm going to show you this needle I have. Oop, I'm going to zoom in. So the needle is very straight right there. So you want to make sure it's straight. It's not kind of bent like that or anything. You don't want to sew with a bent needle. So, and then if that happens, you want to replace it. Now, you also don't want to sew on top of a pin. Never want to sew on top of a pin. Why? Because needles tend to break or shatter when you do that. A lot of people try to sew over, they hand crank it, they say, and then sew over a pin, but you don't want to do that. Especially if you have a computerized sewing machine, because once those needles bend and they start breaking and they shatter, some of those the shattered pieces could go inside your computer in your sewing machine, and that's not good. So you don't want to do that. It's best to just avoid sewing anything metal with your needle. Okay? So now let's talk about replacing your needle. So let's see how you replace your needle. I'm going to make sure you see this. Do you see this little metal piece right here? This one right here has like a little slot It's almost like a minus slot right there. That is what we call the needle clamp. It's called the needle clamp. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. So when you have your sewing machine, you have this little tool that came with it. It has almost like sometimes it's like a round part of it. I would show it to you if I have them, but they were all in the studio, unfortunately. So if you can't find any of the metal piece, or you don't have like a flathead, a small flathead that you can easily use here. So this is your needle clamp. This is how you would take out your needle. Okay. So you want to take out your needle, but if you still have a small piece of your needle, you don't want to just let it go. Because what happens if you don't hold this part right here, it's going to fall inside of your machine. And that's not good. I've had needles break, and then I thought I took them all out to the point that I didn't realize there was a tiny piece stuck in the motor. I mean, the mechanism. Sorry, it was stuck inside the mechanism of my machine, and it was making weird noises over time. As it makes noises, I was like, what's going on? So finally I decided to ask my husband to take my machine apart, and then there we saw a tiny metal piece that was causing my problems with my sewing machine. Well, you don't want to do that. So if you have a broken needle, you want to make sure you hold it. I have a quarter right here, as you can see, because I don't have my metal piece. So I'm going, it fits in the slot right here. It fits perfectly. See, it fits nicely there. See, righty tighty, lefty loosey. That's all you have to do. Hold it tight. Okay, I was doing it right. Hold on. I did it hard. Right there. I keep forgetting. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. So as it loosens up, you see how it's loosening up right there? Loosen up. Now, needle's off, right? Okay, simple. Now, you want to put it back. I'm going to put my same needle because I don't have any other needle right now. So your needle has basically almost like a D shape. I don't know. Let me see. Can you see that one, my needle? Let me hold still. I'm trying to learn this camera, so. But when you look at your needle, it has like almost like a flat shape to it. So, show you how to do it. Okay. So, here you go. Now, if you kind of tilt this over, you'll see that your machine has like a letter D in there. So you want to make sure that it goes back. Maybe put your presser foot down. Slide it back in. When you slide it back in, it should fit. It's like key. You know how it is. My husband actually used the best example. It's like a key. I used to say it's like a puzzle, but no, it really is like a key. So like remember how a key won't let you put your key in if it's not the right way. So it's the same way with the needle. So it's gonna let you go in there, and then it should go all the way back. Okay. So you want to hold it still, right? You can do this by just hand. See? Tighten it up. You can easily do that. Just easily tighten it up. And that's basically how you thread a needle. And let me see if anyone has any questions, because I have not been paying attention to comments. Okay. So that's basically how you change your needle right there. But make sure it's tight. I don't have I don't have a strong grip. So what I will do is actually use my coin. Well, again, if you have like a flathead or something, then that's better. I just don't have all my tools here at home. You just want to tighten it, because if it's not tight and then you start sewing, what happens is your needle could drop. And that does happen, okay? So that's how you replace your needle. Very simple, right? So don't let that one problem of not having your needle fixed and everything stop you from sewing and making projects. And wanted to share with you all something new, an interesting news. Well, it's not really interesting, but so our Sewing 101 membership group is we closed it a few days ago, but I decided we've had a lot of people ask about the sewing classes and everything. So right now I'm not doing any in-person class. It's more of a personal choice for me and my family. So I actually ended up converting everything online. So if you want to join us, you have time to actually participate. So it's $32 a month. It's like being in a classroom with me. You get to ask me questions. You get to take classes with me, and I have been working and putting videos on it and in classes. So it's $32 a month. There's at least 2 to 3 projects that is planned, but then there are a lot of extras that I put in. So and then it's all organized on our website, and we do have our private Facebook group. So things like this, I will talk about it. Why your machine is getting messy and all that stuff, why your project, what you're dealing with, all the questions that you may have. I will try my best to answer them. And then once in a while, as we go on, I may even bring in some guest speaker, guest instructor to actually show you new tricks because that would be fun, right? And this is not just for beginners, so all of my other previous students that are interested in taking classes again, this is a good time to do it. So right now it is open starting today all the way to June 19th because June 13th is actually my birthday and my husband's birthday is on June 19th and our anniversary was just June 8th. So I figured it's a good kind of celebratory thing, right? So I hope you come and join us. Again, it's on our website. It's called Sewing 101 Membership Group. It is $32 a month, and you can cancel it anytime. And when you decide like you no longer want to join, and then as part of that sign up, you do get 10% coupon discount with the fabrics in our shop. And for the fabrics in our shop, I'm actually bringing in a lot of knits. Hopefully it starts to come in next week or so. I haven't had a chance to. I don't know yet. I gotta keep track of where it's now. Anyway, I hope you come and join us. But if you don't want to do that, if it's just totally out of the budget, that is totally fine. Keep joining us here as we go live and showing you little tips and tricks on how to use your sewing machine and everything. Thank you very much. My name is Flo, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.